There's a big debate over when the country should end its COVID emergency declaration. This week, the Republican-controlled U.S. House is pushing to make that happen now, along with ending vaccine mandates and more. Our Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron is following the developments.
Well, right now, the country remains under the national and public health emergencies originally declared by President Trump in 2020 and renewed by President Biden several times since. Republicans here in the House want those terminated immediately.
This week, House Republicans will pass a bill that will force the federal government to acknowledge what the American people already know: the pandemic is over. Republican leadership, along with the rank and file, agree the national emergency is over.
September of this last year, President Biden, out of his own mouth, he said the pandemic is over. And so we're going to complete that.
Mr. President.
On 60 Minutes, the president did say that, but with a qualification.
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID.
That ongoing problem with COVID, about 500 deaths a day still, is one reason the president and Democrats say healthcare providers and insurers need advanced warning, at least 60 days, to prepare for the emergency declarations being lifted.
We want to make sure that the vaccine remains accessible to people. We want to make sure that testing is available through insurance programs.
President Biden says he'll end the COVID emergencies May 11th.
Well, Mr. President, if you know it's the right thing to do, don't wait until May. Let's open our country back up again.
Another bill slated for consideration would end the vaccine mandate for healthcare workers, while another would force federal agencies to go back to pre-pandemic workplace requirements. Oklahoma's Josh Perkeen says it's time.
The pandemic came with increased cost. If it's over with, then let's end the mandates. Let's save taxpayer resources.
Now, the House may well pass all of these bills, but there's little chance they'll go anywhere in the Democratic-controlled Senate. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.